sounds like there may be something here that is fishy, that is causing Americans, it's giving them pause, and other stuff that might have been completely adulterated over the 18 months. And some could say that you were acting like Christopher Steele, that you were abstracting information, and because...
You got to be kidding me. I was acting like Christopher Steele?
That's what it sounds like. When you look at the people that...
You better apologize for that. I mean, I've been a United States Attorney, Associate Attorney General, Mayor of New York City, and a member of the bar for 50 years. I've never been accused of anything. And you're accusing me of being Christopher Steele?
I'm accusing you of
That's
acting
outrageous
in a capacity
that you would do that based on nothing.
to Christopher Steele, and that
Similar
you
to
were
a
going
crook.
back and forth between
Similar to
Ukraine
an obstruction of justice
and the United States.
What you are saying is an outrageous defamation of me, of my reputation. Every single thing is here. And I want you to look at it, and then you apologize to me.
Look at it.
Well, you can come to my office and you can look at it, and tomorrow night you can apologize to me for saying I'm like Christopher Steele. I told you there are underage girls there. There are. I told you there are documents that show that he's getting 10%. There are. There are documents that show that he's getting half of what Hunter gets. There are. And when they're there, I want you to apologize to me because you just defamed me.
Absolutely.
And that's outrageous because you have no basis for that. I came on your show in good faith to give you evidence that is being withheld from the American people, and I get defamed. That's outrageous.
All right. Are you still working on behalf of the president?
I think our interview is now over.
I haven't even gotten
to the part about
Borat or the part about 1994 and the Video Music Awards. That was the last time you and I were on camera, and it's taken this long. And these, look at that beautiful photograph of you and me and Bill Bellamy. This may be the last time we'll be on camera
because I don't let people call me Christopher Steele. I'm sorry. Christopher Steele is a criminal. You're asserting that I'm a criminal.
I'm
that
asserting
I made up these
that
documents.
Eastern Europe is a cesspool.
Any other question to attack me for merely coming on your show to show you what criminals they are from a hard drive that's been verified by about 50 people, including the New York Post.
No, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll read it for myself.
Like
I'll put my eyeballs on it. I can't wait. Thank you for your time, Mr. Mayor.
Maybe you should have done some research in advance.
I did a lot of
research.
Listen
to the tape recording. You sure didn't listen to the conversation that came out today in which Hunter Biden says in his own voice that he is partners with the chief Chinese spy master, Patrick Ho. Now, go figure out how I made that up.
All right.
See if you can come up with some creative theory how I made that up.
You can't tell me you haven't loved this conversation. You've loved it.
I have not loved this conversation. I find this conversation totally insulting. You don't accuse someone of being a criminal without any evidence.
I didn't say you were a criminal.
Speculation.
I did not say you were a criminal.
You said I was like Christopher Steele. Christopher Steele is a criminal.
All right.
Christopher Steele made up a totally fraudulent report. I know that case because I represented the President of the United States and got him acquitted. And I know who Christopher Steele is. Christopher Steele is a piece of junk. He's a horrible person who made up a totally false report, and he was paid close to $1 million by Hillary Clinton to do it. And your media, for 4 years, generated false charges against the President of the United States based on Christopher Steele's fraudulent report. I am not Christopher Steele.
Very good.
I deserve an apology for that.
I'm glad you came on the show. Thanks for being here, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm not glad.
I appreciate you too.
Here's what makes this interview so good. Fox News and Rudy Giuliani and the rest of the right-wing ecosystem have spent literal years trying to villainize the author of the Trump-Russia dossier, Christopher Steele, because that was the report outlining allegations of misconduct, conspiracy, and cooperation between Trump's campaign and the Russians during the 2016 election. A full-blown special counsel investigation was launched outlining 10 instances of obstruction of justice by Trump that followed. It was a cloud that hangs over this administration to this day. And because clearly Trump can't be to blame for his own actions regarding Russia, Someone needed to be the scapegoat. So they decided that they'd try to claim that the entire basis for the investigation was flawed. And so they attacked Christopher Steele relentlessly, because the more they could discredit him, the more they could then protect Donald Trump. All of that is to say that they really do not like Christopher Steele. So for Fox's Lisa Kennedy then to liken Giuliani to Christopher Steele is a bad look for someone whose entire existence is predicated on thriving in that right-wing media bubble. But here's the thing. While Giuliani claims to get up in arms about the accusation, I would just say, if the shoe fits. This entire campaign against Hunter Biden that Giuliani is pushing is clearly so farcical that even Fox isn't buying it. Think about the very basis of this claim, that Hunter Biden dropped off a laptop brimming with incriminating emails in Delaware while living in California to an avowed Trump supporter who owned a repair shop, but we just have to take his word for it because the security camera footage was miraculously wiped. But he swears it was Hunter, even though the guy is literally blind. And this whole story was written by a former producer for Sean Hannity and sourced by Giuliani. It was so flimsy that even Fox News and the Wall Street Journal passed on it. Here's Fox basically debunking the story live on air.
Bobby Linsky is a former business partner, Navy veteran with Hunter Biden, and you're talking about a business venture with a Chinese energy company in 2017 at a time when Joe Biden was not sitting vice president. Now, what Bobby Linsky is saying is that when Joe Biden says he did not discuss business ventures with his son Hunter, Bobby Linsky says that Biden is lying, that he bore firsthand witness to that. And he also says that Hunter in that deal wanted some $5 million going to an entity directly controlled by Hunter Biden and his family. But Fox's review of Bobby Linsky's documents, which were given to us, found no role for Joe Biden in that business venture.
There's another former business partner who says he knows of no involvement by Joe Biden. The Wall Street Journal says that also reviewed the text messages and emails saying they don't show either Hunter Biden or James Biden, the brother, discussing a role for Joe Biden. My problem with this, briefly, Griff, is that these emails are from 2017. At that time, Joe Biden is out of office. So while it may have been unseemly, if it was true that Joe Biden was even acquiescing in potential deal with China, he no longer has the power of the White House behind him at that time.
And beyond even Fox News, consider too that the Republican-led Senate committees that investigated Hunter Biden found zero evidence of wrongdoing by Joe or Hunter. Not only did the Senate Homeland Security and Finance Committees release an 87-page report stating that there was no evidence that Joe Biden or Hunter had manipulated U.S. policy toward Ukraine for their own personal benefit, but investigators heard witness testimony actually rebutting those charges, meaning this investigation only solidified proof against the Republicans. And bear in mind, it's not for lack of trying. Republican Senator Ron Johnson, who chairs the Senate Homeland Security Committee, had become a fixture on Fox, promising that their investigation would sink Hunter and bury Joe Biden's candidacy. Instead, the findings served as proof that the allegations were echoes of a Russian disinformation campaign. And the people dumb enough to spread this literal fake news? Ron Johnson and Rudy Giuliani. So look, I get that Giuliani really wants to make this happen, but it seems he's having a pretty tough time overcoming the slight obstacle that is reality. Here's where this entire Hunter Biden sham fell flat. Fox News and Republicans like Giuliani have spent so much time running around like chickens with their heads cut off over email scandals and deep state conspiracies and Burisma and China and secret payments that are just complete BS, that when they have a shiny new conspiracy theory, no one cares. They've already discredited themselves. They've already proven that they are more than willing to traffic in outright lies and disinformation and this completely bonkers story that Joe Biden's son handed a laptop full of incriminating emails to a blind Trump supporter who swears he recognized Hunter, and it's just more of the same. Rudy Giuliani is precisely what Republicans have been purporting to fight against for years, thereby proving that the right isn't actually concerned about fighting disinformation, they're actually trafficking in it. So rest assured, Rudy Giuliani will continue to try and push these absurd stories on air to try and save his buddy Donald Trump, but he's doing more harm than good, both revealing himself as a Russian asset and a joke even on Fox, to the point where he's basically getting laughed off the screen. If you like this video, please check out my podcast, No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen, where I take a deep dive into the week's most important stories and interview major players in politics, including Kamala Harris, Katie Porter, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Eric Swalwell, Mary Trump, Al Franken, Cory Booker, and many, many more. Again, that's No Lie with Brian Tyler Cohen, available anywhere you listen to podcasts.